Hello artists! Today we are going to be drawing a pumpkin and I'm going to show you how step by step. So first you're going to need a blank piece of paper, a pencil, some crayons, and I have an oval shape already cut out for you guys to trace. So the first step is we're going to place our oval in the middle of our paper, just like that. Then I'm going to hold my oval down, making sure it's not moving anywhere, and I'm going to trace around my oval shape. I'm doing this really lightly with a pencil. I'm not pressing hard. This is going to start out our pumpkin. So right now it looks more like an egg than a pumpkin, but with these next couple steps will make it look a little bit better. So on the left side of your pumpkin, we're going to do a skinny letter C. Try making a C with your finger in the air. So think about the letter C. So starting from here, we're going to make it the same height as this oval. And I'm going to take my letter C and very carefully create it and make sure it's attached to my oval. Alright, we want to make sure we leave enough room in here. We don't want it to take up the whole paper. Now I'm going to do another letter C. So making sure it's the same height again, I'm going to do the letter C. And it's all attached. So now we got one half of our pumpkin drawn. Next, I'm going to kind of line up. I'm going to be making a backward C shape. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing on the other side, but we're reversing it. So I have a backward C shape attached to this middle part. We're going to do that one more time. So backward C shape all the way down. And we have our pumpkin. We need a couple more details to make it look even more like a pumpkin though. So we're going to make a stem at the top. So up here I did a little rectangle kind of shape. If you guys want to do a triangle, you can do any shape you want. I'm going to make a line going up, over, and down right in the middle of my pumpkin, and that's going to be my stem. Then I'm going to add some squiggly lines, and that's going to be our pumpkin vines. Alright, I'm going to add one on either side. Now we have our whole entire pumpkin is all the way drawn. Next, I'm going to pick out a couple different oranges, some light and dark orange colors, and I'm going to find a green, and I'm going to find a brown for my stem. Those are the colors I'm going with. So once we have our pumpkin drawn, we're going to take our crayon and outline our lines. Now if you get a little wobbly, that's okay. So I'm outlining my pencil lines with a dark orange color first. So I really want this to pop. Next, I'm going to color kind of lightly. We call this shading. I'm just going to use that dark color, kind of do light shading around the edges, around where I have my dark pencil lines. Now I'm going to take my medium color and I'm going to color my pumpkin in all the way. I'm coloring in my pumpkin. I'm going back and forth. Now I'm going kind of fast. I want you to take your time and do your best coloring. I got my base now. I'm going to go back, and I don't want any white showing, so I'm just going to keep on adding color to my pumpkin. So you can press, you don't have to press hard with your crayon. Just go back and forth, and you'll add more color slowly. This ends up looking a lot better. So I'm just going back and forth with my pumpkin. And then make sure we don't forget to color in our stem. I'm using my brown. I'm just going to color it in. And I'm going to use my green. I'm going to color my vines green. So I'm just outlining that pencil line from earlier with my green color pencil. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is, if there's any room, I'm going to make a line on either side of my pumpkin going across, just like this. And then I'm going to color the bottom half of my paper green, so it looks like our pumpkin is sitting in the grass in a pumpkin patch. So take your time. I'm coloring that green. And if you want to, you can color the background blue or any other color you want. It's up to you. Now, I think I'm going to go with my lighter orange. I'm going to keep adding some orange. And you can keep coloring your pumpkin in until it's as bright as you want. Our goal is to have as few white spots showing as possible. So here's one that's a little more colored in. So as you can see, there's a little bit of a difference here. So just make sure that we're adding more and more color as we go and taking our time. And that is how you can draw your very own pumpkin.